2017 started at a really low place for me. I felt defeated. I felt rejected and heartbroken, and I didn't know what to do. So I decided to take it one step at a time. But while doing that, I was always thinking about the bigger picture, the bigger goal, which is something that has always daunted me. I started going the month by month, the what do I do this month? When do I want to do this? Whenever really my day by day wasn't changing. I was waking up, eating, going to work, closing work, and coming home and sleeping. And that was about it. And throughout the year, I noticed whenever it started to get rough, that's what would happen, is I would pretty much just go to work and come home and sleep instead of really enjoying myself. So things changed at the end of January. I switched jobs. I ended up doing an internship for the last bit of my schooling, and I ended up graduating, which was fantastic. And you think after you graduate from university that everything's going to be dandy. They tell you that the positions you have having your degree are going to skip you over all the interim, all the basic employment opportunities. And it doesn't. Still, in the industry I work in, they want you to start at the bottom, which is frustrating whenever you just spent so many years of your life training to at least be 2 steps above that. And for the longest time, that was painful. I was trying and nothing was happening. So I eventually took a job that in my heart I knew I wouldn't like. But everyone around me told me, you need to do it. This is the next step. So with the impending doom of my settling for a position, I decided to go to Colorado. I had never been besides, I think I was asleep driving through whenever I was 10. And I'd been fascinated by the thought of Rocky Mountain National Park. And so I went. I booked myself an Airbnb, fueled up my gas tank. I basically had no plan. And I left. And it was wonderful. I felt like myself. Even if I was just in my athletic clothes that I really don't enjoy wearing, but I did. I felt like me. I felt like I was exploring for me. I got to choose every place I went, got to wake up whenever I wanted to, and just go to the mountains. And it was absolutely beautiful. I went to the same place to eat breakfast every day. Kind of because I didn't know what was open, but also because, oh, those breakfast burritos. I have never before loved a breakfast burrito so much, and I still crave them. But at the end of the trip, I remember looking in my rearview window outside of Denver and seeing the mountains slowly drift off, and I started crying because I knew what I was coming back to. The position ended up only lasting me a month before my anxiety got so bad that I had to leave. And it wasn't because I couldn't do it. I knew I could. But it's because my heart was someplace else. So I moved on, and over this amount of time, I had set a goal for myself to make friends. It sounds silly, I know, but I wanted to meet new people, and I did. I met some lovely people, and one by one, I also watched them all move away, which I knew they would all go on to do what they needed to do. It was the best thing that could happen for them. But being left alone is what had started me down this at the beginning of the year. So it hurt. Yes, I tried to keep in touch, but It's never the same whenever you could just text them and say, hey, do you want to go out tonight? Compared to it be, oh, how's your city doing? Enjoying it? Great. It's kind of weird whenever you see people as you're walking down the street. Those friends that you had that hadn't moved away but still moved out of your life. They feel like a ghost. You don't know if you should wave and acknowledge them or let them rest in peace. I found a position I really love. Not because it's what I do, but because the people there really care. And that has made the entire bit of difference in my mood. Whenever you ask a question or you respond to them, they actually listen to you and want to know what's going on, even if it's only during work hours. It's really nice to have a group that actually wants you to succeed, even if it isn't with them. And I truly cherish that. New Year's Eve was a day with absolutely no plans for me. I thought about doing things and I decided not to, and ended up getting a text and going over to my best friend's house, who, oddly enough, I've probably spent the last 8 out of 9 years with her and her now husband on New Year's Eve. And I was really happy. It just happened to fall upon me and it was great. I came back after dinner and sat down on the floor with my puppy. I was grateful to 2017 for everything that had happened, for the stagnation and how it wasn't actually that bad, for the new people I met and those I lost, who put their stamp on my life, even if they didn't realize it. To all the endeavors I tried and failed at to make the couple that I did succeed. To make me realize that only I know the answers for myself, and thus I have to choose my way. So thank you. Thank you for teaching me who I wanted to be. And now let's be that.